What's going on, everyone? It's time for another creature feature horror film review. We're starting a trilogy, so we're going to talk about the first one. Today we're going to talk about Ginger Snaps. It was released by TVA International August 1st, 2000. It stars Emily Perkins, Catherine Isabel, Chris Lemche, and Mimi Rogers. And it was written by Karen Walton, produced by Stephen Hoban and Karen Lewall, and directed by John Fawcett, who did films like he would go on to produce Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed and Ginger Snaps 3 The Beginning, also known as Ginger Snaps Back. But he also did films like The Dark. I think I've reviewed that on here. And he's mainly well known for doing Orphan Black, the show, and a film called Bon Voyage. This had a budget of $5 million, and yeah, Ginger Snaps. Well, you follow two misfit sisters who are obsessed with death, and one of them gets attacked by a werewolf, a creature, and starts acting really weird, starts becoming like a slut, and trying drugs and things like that, and basically starts slowly turning into a werewolf, where her younger sister can see it and believes in it, where some of the others don't, besides one other classmate. So she tries to help find a cure with moose hide or something like that, or moose bane, the flower. Anyways, and tries to convince her sister to take it before it's too late. This is one of the more intriguing creature feature horror films from the 2000s, and it has quite the cult reputation. It is a gory film. There is a lot of gore in this. I'm a gore hound, so obviously I love this. And yeah, it's pretty much a coming of age story mixed with a creature film. So it is a cool concept and overall unique sort of look. Now, the lighting in this might throw some people off. It's not dark or opaque or anything like that. It's actually pretty well lit, and it's done with more natural lighting and stuff, not like the artificial ones that you see in most films. So it kind of comes off as a cheaper horror film, even though it cost them $5 million to make this. It definitely doesn't feel like that. You can also sort of see that with some of the practical effects. It kind of looks like there's some there's dog killing in this, so if you're offended by that for some reason, just warning you. But some of the carcasses and stuff look kind of fakeish in this. But when it comes to the animatronics, the puppetry, and the makeup effects and stuff, it's spot on. It's really good. There's no CGI or anything that I'm aware of in this. So, and it's done really well. The acting's pretty good in this too. The acting is one of the better ones of the early 2000s. They're usually hit and miss in these type of movies, so I was pretty impressed with that. It was a great time going back and reliving this film, because when I was younger, I used to love this movie, and now being older, it's been 10-15 years since I watched it, so I finally went back and checked it out again, and yeah, it definitely lives up, and it still looks great. And overall, it works pretty well. And now this is a slow burn movie. It might not work for everyone. And yeah, the characters are pretty well developed, and the story is pretty intriguing and fun to do. It kind of follows your typical werewolf tropes, but it spreads it out evenly and kind of goes that way. Now, some people might not like that sort of style or that way. Some people might find this really boring and slow, which is done in a purposeful way to really get the impact of the family dynamics and stuff. So I like that aspect. I wish there was a couple more kills maybe, and maybe a little bit better staging on some of the effects, but overall, it's a good film and a good creature feature. It's one of the better werewolf movies out there, because besides some of the ones from the 80s, not very many good ones after. So this is definitely one of the rare treats. So I'm going to give Ginger Snaps a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good film and overall a cult classic. So definitely check it out. I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything, so I'll link the trailer down below so you can at least check it out there. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, as you put the film title in there and some history thing in there. So you're aware. And also my Letterbox down below at Dirty Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop this channel. Like this video, share it to more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future. Comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And also let me know what your favorite Ginger Snaps film is if you have one. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find some weird, obscure, and odd they probably never thought checking it together. And also share my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to talk about Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those crazy misfit kids out there because you never know what they're doing. They might have been bitten by a werewolf and be turning into one as we speak. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.